Good drivers don't just hop in their vehicles and go. You always check to make sure your vehicle is safe and ready for the road first. To become a good driver, it's important to learn all about what checks to make before driving a vehicle, how to fit the vehicle to your body, how to set the mirrors to virtually eliminate any blind spots, how to use occupant protection systems, and the main features of your vehicle. For your own safety and the safety of your passengers and other people on the road, it's important to do all of these things each time you drive. Craftsmen are only as good as their tools. To be driven safely, a car must be safe to begin with. The point is, driving actually begins before you even start the car. As you approach a car, take a few seconds to check around it, just to make sure there's nothing that could get in the way of the vehicle or its tires. Anything just behind the car will be invisible from the driver's seat. Sometimes animals lie in the shade behind a vehicle. But the greatest risk is small children, who often find the driveway a great place to ride and play. And it can be tragic if you miss seeing them nearby. It's also a good idea to check the car itself for signs of tire damage or signs of trouble underneath, such as leaking fluids. These are the checks that you should make before driving each time. Now you're ready to start up and go, right? Well, not quite. Adjusting the seat and the steering wheel are important steps that shouldn't be overlooked. To maintain control of your vehicle, you need to sit in a comfortable, erect position, squarely behind the steering wheel. The seat should be the proper distance from the wheel. You can achieve the proper distance from the wheel by extending your arm and adjusting the seat forward or back until the top of the steering wheel is in line with the palm of your hand. The goal should be to have a nice bend in your elbows when gripping the steering wheel. If the car has an airbag, your chest should be at least 10 to 12 inches from the center of the steering wheel. Your legs shouldn't be cramped or fully extended. You should be able to comfortably reach the accelerator and brake pedals without lifting your heel from the floor. Your right foot should be able to reach the floor behind the brake pedal. If the seat is too far back, you might not be able to steer or brake properly or operate other controls. With the seat too far forward, your arms are cramped and you can't turn the wheel as easily or quickly, or get to the brake in a hurry. Next, we need to adjust the steering wheel, which lets you go where you want to go. To adjust the steering wheel, tilt it up or down until the top of the wheel is about even with your shoulders. Some steering wheels can even telescope in and out to further refine the adjustment. You should grip the wheel with both hands positioned directly on either side of the wheel. Basically, your hands are placed at the 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock positions on a clock. In this position, you'll have the best leverage and control when turning the wheel. There is an alternative position. Some drivers prefer a slightly lower grip at the 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock positions. For some drivers, this is more comfortable. It reduces fatigue and gives them more control over steering. If your hands were higher, say at 10 and 2, you'd risk a greater chance of injury to your arms if the steering wheel airbag deployed. Maintaining control of your vehicle is critical when performing any driving maneuver. That's why you should always keep two hands on the steering wheel. Another adjustment that you need to make before starting to drive is the mirrors, which help you to know what's around your vehicle at all times. Properly adjusted, the inside or rear view mirror should be aimed at the middle of the back window, and you should be able to just see the bottom of the window. Now to the outside mirrors. Their purpose is to let you see the area outside of what you can see using the rear view mirror and your side vision. They show you what is off the rear corners of your vehicle. To adjust the left side mirror, rest your head against the closed window and set the mirror to barely show the edge of your vehicle. To set the right mirror, lean to the right so your head is directly below the rear view mirror or above the center console. Adjust this mirror the same way so you can barely see the edge of the right side of your vehicle. One advantage of this mirror positioning is that it will enable you to look directly into what would otherwise be your largest blind spot, generally areas off the rear corners of your vehicle that can hide an entire car. Another advantage is that it minimizes the amount of time that other vehicles disappear from your sight. Vehicles that are no longer visible in your rearview mirror will become visible in your side view mirrors much sooner than your side vision allows. For example, as this car approaches from behind, you see it in your rearview mirror. As it moves out of the rearview mirror, you see the car move into your side view mirror. As the vehicle continues past, you pick it up in your side vision. You'll now have almost seamless visual contact with the vehicles around you, which reduces your risk of a collision. Still, even if a lane looks all clear in your side mirror, it's still best to look over your shoulder before changing lanes. That's the only way to be absolutely sure the space you want to move into is open. Also, positioning your mirrors this way can help reduce the glare of headlights from vehicles behind you. This can be especially helpful for preserving your night vision.